The key to creating a better earth is for those who help others to also find financial security. Many people are so focused on making money that they don't have time to meditate, learn, teach themselves, or grow spiritually. This limits their opportunities and abilities. While some selfish people have made billions through various means, it's time for you to find the money you need and stop feeling guilty about having it. We've all heard that money is the root of all evil. This saying exists because many people wrongly think that money is the source of all good. When we rely too much on anything, we find that it can't meet all our expectations, just like idol worship. So it's not money itself that's bad, it's the love of money. Money isn't evil any more than dynamite is. Dynamite can build roads or destroy buildings. Similarly, money can do great things. It's human greed that often makes money do harmful things. Money is simply a flow of energy. Problems arise when people love and hoard money just for itself, which blocks its flow. For example, a child once went to the mountains with his parents and drank fresh water from a stream. He loved the taste so much that he filled a bottle to take home. To make it last, he only drank a little each day. After a few weeks, he was disappointed to find the water had become stagnant. Money is similar. It becomes stagnant when we hoard it instead of letting it flow. To keep a steady flow of money in our lives, we need to see money not just as an object, but as a form of energy, specifically our energy. Attracting money largely depends on knowing how to use it correctly. Properly using money means understanding that getting money isn't just about manipulating material things or having luck. We attract money to us. If we fail to get money, it's often because we unintentionally push it away, even if we think we're trying hard to get it. Learning how to attract and use money properly involves understanding our true needs and the highest good for ourselves and others. It's a law of life that wasting any resource leads to a time when we can't replenish it. Think of the many forests cut down without replanting, or farmland exhausted because the soil wasn't replenished. Think of the many stories of movie stars who wasted their money and ended up broke. What is wealth? Raymond Charles Barker says wealth is the freedom to do what you want when you want. Most people think of wealth as investments, savings, income, and property. Yet we've all known people who are happy with very little money. I've also known others who struggled to get by even though they earned much more. The strange thing is, those who get by on little often end up with more of life's pleasures, like vacations and experiences, than those with more money. So who is truly wealthy? It's not about how much you have, but how well you use what you have. In the end, you are as wealthy or as poor as you think you are. Wealth isn't a fixed amount. If you feel rich in your mind or spirit, you might need very few possessions to be happy. But if you think you're wealthy only because of your material riches, you might feel poor even with $50 million, especially if someone you know has 90 million. There's a nice story about an American Indian who happily farmed a small piece of land. A rich neighbor became friends with him and offered him more land to farm. The Indian thanked him but said, "If I had more land, when would I have time to sing?" On the other hand, I've known some people who never felt they had enough. I remember a friend who was a university professor. He had a house, his family ate well, dressed well and lived comfortably, but he still felt miserable. He complained he couldn't afford some expensive gadgets like a high-end TV and would say, I'm poor, I'm poor." Wealth is the consciousness of abundance, and poverty is the consciousness of lack. Wealth and poverty are both states of mind. You are as rich or as poor as you think you are. As Neville Goddard taught, our thoughts shape the reality around us. Money is important in this world. Writers need money to support themselves while they write. Photographers need expensive lenses to take great pictures. Every field requires money in some way, and I couldn't have lived on just $10 a month either. The main point I'm making is that having the right mindset is crucial. It helps define what true happiness is and also attracts wealth. The teachings of Jesus Christ were mainly meant to save our souls. However, because truth is universal, many of Jesus' sayings can also apply to everyday life. For example, "To him who has shall be given, and he shall have abundance. but from him who does not have, even that which he has shall be taken away. Matthew 13:12. At first, this might seem unfair, but if we think of abundance as something we attract to ourselves rather than something given by chance, we can see that Jesus is speaking in a different way. What Jesus was emphasizing is our responsibility in seeking abundance. Abundance is something we must attract to ourselves, like success, emotional fulfillment, and friends. We can either draw these things to us or push them away. A mindset of abundance attracts abundance, while a mindset of poverty attracts poverty. You've probably heard people talk about poverty consciousness. Negative attitudes have negative power. Our expectations, whether positive or negative, largely determine our wealth, success, fulfillment, or disappointment. We can increase or decrease the impact of these expectations by how strongly we focus on them. Paramhansa Yogananda, a great spiritual teacher, taught that the greater the will, the greater the flow of energy. Willpower directs our energy toward achieving our goals. The effectiveness of our expectations depends on the energy we put into them. A person with weak willpower has weak energy flow, while a person with strong willpower always finds the inner energy to reach their goals. Willpower generates energy, while a lack of willpower drains it, no matter how much rest or good food a person gets. Energy connects the mind and body and links divine consciousness to the physical world. Science shows that matter is essentially energy, and many top physicists believe energy is a form of consciousness. This aligns with ancient teachings that say the divine will created the material universe through cosmic energy. When we decide to lift a stone, we don't just visualize it. We send energy to it through our willpower. Energy doesn't just act through our muscles. It creates a magnetic force around us that attracts what we want, or, with strong negative expectations, what we don't want in our lives. Think of energy like electricity. Electricity is a form of energy, a lower manifestation of the same energy that moves our bodies. This cosmic energy created the material universe. When electricity flows through a wire, it generates a magnetic field. The stronger the flow, the more powerful the field. Similarly, when we strongly wish for something or focus on it, our energy projects outwards, creating a magnetic force field. This magnetic force then attracts the objects of our desires or expectations to us. For example, if you really want to achieve a goal, your positive thoughts and strong willpower send out energy that attracts opportunities and resources to help you reach that goal. On the other hand, if you constantly think negatively and expect failure, your energy will attract obstacles and difficulties. The key is to focus your energy positively and maintain a strong will, thereby creating a powerful magnetic field that brings good things into your life. By controlling your attitude and energy flow, you can influence events and circumstances in your favor. To attract money, we need to believe we deserve our fair share of the universe's abundance. We all have this right. Don't just hope for good luck. Be confident and assertive about what you want. Know that you are a valuable part of the universe. When you truly feel you already have abundance, you'll attract even more, as Jesus taught. It's important to know not to restrict what you desire. There's a story about a man who died and was shown around heaven by St. Peter. They visited what St. Peter called the heavenly junkyard. He explained, "Here are all the gifts from heaven that people on earth turn down." "Why, that's impossible!" exclaimed the newcomer. "Some of these things are beautiful. Look at the Cadillac over there. Who could possibly have rejected that?" "Well, it's interesting that you should ask about that particular car," replied St. Peter. "As it happens, the person who rejected that Cadillac is you." "Impossible," protested the other. "I'd never refuse such a wonderful gift. All the same, it was you. You see, the Cadillac was ready and waiting to be delivered to you. But every time you prayed for a car, you kept visualizing a little Ford." Many books that teach people how to make their ideas real emphasize the importance of vividly imagining exactly what they want. If someone desires a car, They are encouraged to visualize the specific model, its color, and its shape. They might picture it parked in their garage, even imagining the keys in the ignition. The point of this story is that life can surprise us with opportunities we might not expect. By insisting on only one specific outcome, we might miss out on other possibilities. Earlier, we talked about money as a type of energy flow. Any kind of flow, including opportunities, doesn't work well with strict rules or fixed behaviors. Being too rigid in our thinking can make us miss out on new ideas and chances. Preconceived ideas about how things should work can be helpful when everything goes as expected. But these ideas fail us when we face new challenges. For example, a skier might fall if they're set on turning left but suddenly need to turn right. In an energy flow, there are no fixed stopping points. Instead, there's constant movement from what's known to what's unknown and beyond. The focus isn't on specific goals, but on ongoing progress and growth toward goals that extend infinitely. It's about continually expanding and moving forward. It's important to be flexible in what you expect. If you're too fixed in your expectations, you might end up getting something that doesn't really meet your needs, or it might be less than what you could have had. Instead of focusing on fixed goals, think about the direction you want to move in, and remember, when you visualize your goals, put energy into it. Energy flows more strongly when you see it as a continuous flow towards a general direction rather than towards specific, rigid goals. It's important to realize that we're not isolated individuals. We're part of something larger. Imagine if you took guitar strings and stretched them between two sticks, then tried to play them. You'd only hear a thin sound. The rich tones of those strings come when they're attached to a guitar's body, which amplifies their sound. Similarly, our human ego works better when we see ourselves as connected to a bigger picture, rather than isolated islands in a vast and indifferent world. If we view ourselves as alone in a vast ocean, we might feel threatened by life instead of supported by it. We could end up feeling like we have to struggle against everything to achieve even small goals, facing indifference and exhaustion by the time we reach middle age. This happens when we fixate on narrow focuses like our home and job, rather than embracing the broader scope of life and the universe. By constantly focusing on I, my, me, and mine, we can become psychologically drained, low on energy, frequently sick, and pessimistic about our future success. Instead, we should consider how we can contribute to life, share with others, and embrace the adventure of existence beyond our personal gain. If you're finding all this a bit unclear, let's look at a specific example to make it clearer. Imagine someone who goes through life only thinking about themselves. They're less likely to receive help from others, compared to someone who involves others in what they're interested in. Now, consider someone who tries to get others involved, but only for their own benefit. People are less likely to be interested in helping them compared to someone who shows genuine interest in what others care about. Lastly, imagine someone who approaches projects purely from a selfish standpoint, whether it's their own interests or others. They're less likely to inspire dedication in themselves or others, compared to someone who appeals to higher principles and ideals. The broader our perspective, and the more we think beyond just ourselves, the more impactful and meaningful our actions can become. You might have come across the book or movie The Fountainhead by Ayn Rand. It presents an appealing philosophy on the surface, a lone individual sticking to their beliefs and ideals despite opposition from others. However, this philosophy has its limitations. While it's important to stay true to our ideals, it's crucial to understand that ideals themselves are bigger than us. Truth especially transcends our individual existence. If truth resonates deeply within us, then it becomes less significant if everyone else disagrees with us. Compared to the vastness of truth, timeless and infinite, the entire human race might seem like a small group of ants. Throughout history, great men and women who lived by high principles gained tremendous strength and influence from aligning themselves with these principles. far more than they ever gained from compromising with popular opinions and interests. The reason The Fountainhead was criticized is because its main character, the bold architect, only cared about his own ideas about architecture and his personal wishes. Truth must be understood. It can't be made up. Opinions are different from understanding, and desires that don't consider others are selfish and small-minded. Rand's philosophy was focused on egoism, firmly stating personal opinions and desires without compromising with others. However, true power to attract money and success grows when we understand and connect with a larger reality beyond ourselves. It's about serving more than just our own interests. When we look at someone who has a lot of wealth, many of us might assume they gained it at the expense of others' prosperity. This belief is common in modern social thinking, the idea that there's only a fixed amount of money available. If one person has more, it must mean others have less. This mindset reflects a materialistic view that used to dominate human thinking, but now we're starting to move beyond it. If we consider material possessions as the most important aspect of reality, we're bound to see the world as limited and rigid. So often we tend to view supplies like money, energy, or opportunities as fixed quantities. This mindset suggests that there's only a set amount available, and if someone gains more, others must have less. However, if we shift our perspective to see consciousness as the fundamental reality behind everything, we realize that the limits are actually set by our own thoughts. In reality, wealth isn't something static that we simply find and claim. It's something we create through our actions and ideas. When we attract money, we're actually attracting energy that takes the form of money. This energy comes from a vast cosmic source, not just from earthly resources or factories. Wealth isn't dug out of the ground or manufactured in a factory. It emerges from the infinite realm of ideas and the universal energy that permeates everything. It's a reminder that our potential to create wealth extends beyond physical limitations. The thing is, while concentrating solely on making and keeping money can be effective in gaining wealth, it's ultimately counterproductive. As I mentioned earlier, wealth encompasses much more than just money. It includes happiness, peace of mind, meaningful relationships, a simple and fulfilling life, wisdom, and love. If we dedicate too much of our energy solely to pursuing money, we might become very wealthy in financial terms, but we may not achieve true wealth in the broader sense of the word. True wealth involves a balance and richness in all aspects of life, not just financial success. It's about finding fulfillment and happiness beyond material possessions. Furthermore, when you gather too much money, you start to see it more as a fixed thing rather than as energy. This makes you feel like there's only a limited amount of it, no matter how much you collect. You might worry about losing it, having it stolen, or losing it in a financial crash. In reality, the more money people accumulate, the more they often fear losing it. They collect money to feel secure, but ironically, they may feel less secure owning a lot of it than they did when they had very little. When you have less, you might not feel as attached to what you have, and that can lead to a different kind of security. When it comes to money, it's wise to aim to attract what you need without striving to become extremely wealthy. The stress and effort aren't usually worth it. Without balance in our pursuit of material success, we can quickly reach a point where the benefits diminish. You have the ability to attract money to meet your needs. There's a reality where you can achieve financial abundance. However, it's important to consider everything involved in that process. If we approach money with a mindset of hoarding and taking for ourselves without allowing it to circulate to others, we hinder its flow. Eventually, this flow of energy may stop altogether. Just like a spring that's left unused eventually dries up. The same principle applies to our spiritual energy. If we don't use our creative energy, it diminishes over time and may fade away completely. It's about finding a balance where we attract what we need while allowing energy, whether material or spiritual, to flow in and out of our lives. This is what Jesus meant when he told the story about the person who buried their talent instead of using it. It disappointed their employer. The lesson is clear. When we keep things for ourselves instead of letting our inner energy flow outward, we disappoint the divine within us. If someone receives great wealth from God but only spends it on themselves, eventually they may find their wealth dwindling or disappearing altogether. Everything we receive in this world, whether it's money, fame, or talents, is an opportunity to serve others. We weren't placed on earth just to live for ourselves. We have human bodies so we can become more aware of all life around us. Materialistic people often see both matter and energy as limited resources. However, the truth is that the more you use your energy, the more you generate. Some people believe they need to conserve their strength, but this mindset is mistaken. While it's important to rest and avoid overexertion, pushing ourselves to the point of exhaustion can actually deplete our willpower and energy. It's crucial to find a balance where we use our resources wisely and serve others with what we've been given. This approach not only enriches our own lives, but also contributes positively to the world around us. Remember this: when you use your energy with joy and willingness, it doesn't run out. Instead, it creates even more energy. If you want to make money, think of it as a way to direct your energy and help you generate even more. Money is just a symbol of energy. Treat it as energy and keep in mind this principle: the more willing you are, the more energy will flow. There are no limits to how much abundance you can have, except for the limits you create by getting too emotionally attached. When you learn to use money properly, you will see improvements in many areas of your life. Your abundance, energy, and happiness will all grow. The law of attraction is really about magnetism. You are making yourself magnetic to the experiences you want. The world is full of endless possibilities. These possibilities are always available to you, but the baggage, habits, and fears you carry can block you from experiencing them. By clearing away these blocks, you become magnetic to the new experiences you desire. Trying to attract new things without removing these blocks can be very frustrating. When you decide that you want something new in your life, whether it's new people, places, experiences, or things, you're connecting to that desire on 4 different levels: conscious, subconscious, unconscious, and soul. At the conscious level, you are fully aware of your desire for something new. This is the level where you think, I want a new job, or I want to travel to a new country. You know what you want and can clearly express it. At the subconscious level, you are aware of the thoughts and feelings that influence you as you experience this desire. These thoughts and feelings might not be in the forefront of your mind, but they affect how you feel about your desire. For example, you might think, I can't afford this. What will people think of me if I do this? Or, do I really deserve this? You might also feel, I've never been able to have the life I want. Or, no one believes in me. These thoughts and feelings shape how you see your desire and can either help you move towards it or hold you back. At the unconscious level, there are deeper beliefs and patterns that you might not be aware of at all. These unconscious elements can influence your behavior and decisions without you realizing it. For instance, you might have a deep-seated belief from childhood that you don't deserve happiness or success, which can create hidden obstacles in your path. Finally, at the soul level, your desires are connected to your deepest self, your true essence. This is where your most profound hopes and dreams reside. Your soul understands what you truly need and want in life, beyond all the surface-level desires and fears. At the unconscious level, you are influenced by thoughts and feelings that you don't realize are there. A common example is trauma that you've forgotten or blocked out. This hidden trauma can make you act in self-sabotaging ways without you knowing why. At the soul level, you're influenced by a plan you made before you were born to have certain experiences that help your soul grow. As more of your subconscious experiences become conscious, it allows your unconscious experiences and soul-level plans to move into your subconscious. Your aim is to experience everything as consciously as possible, which helps remove blocks between you and your desires. Let's consider an example. Suppose you have a job interview coming up. You keep telling yourself, I'm going to have a great interview, I'm going to have a great interview. You see the great interview as something outside of yourself that you're trying to attract. However, in reality, it's just one of many possible outcomes that are available to you. By becoming more aware of your thoughts and feelings, you can better align yourself with this preferred outcome. Your actual experience is influenced by much more than just what you're consciously telling yourself. You might be hoping for a great interview, but subconsciously, something very different is happening. Subconsciously, you probably have a lot of fear and anxiety about how the interview might turn out. Essentially, you're sending yourself two conflicting messages. This creates energetic confusion within you. We don't need to dive into unconscious and soul-level issues to see that something needs to be fixed. Becoming consciously aware of your subconscious thoughts and feelings can clear this energetic confusion. When you recognize and address your underlying fears and anxieties, you align your conscious and subconscious mind, making it easier to achieve your desired outcome. Instead of focusing on saying, I'm going to have a great interview, allow yourself to explore what you're actually feeling. Don't resist what is happening inside you. By doing this, you can bring more and more experiences to your conscious mind. Every time you move something up to the conscious level, it becomes a useful tool for you in life. For example, if you keep repeating, I'm going to have a great interview, but don't address what's really going on, like, I'm really nervous about this interview, then your subconscious nervousness will be working against your conscious desire. This creates a kind of competition within you. Will your conscious desire or your subconscious fear be stronger? It's hard to know which will be more powerful at any given moment. So you can say to yourself, I want to have a great interview, and I'm also nervous about it. By acknowledging both your desire and your nervousness, you're not fighting against your nervousness. You're aware of it and accepting it. This simple change in how you view your feelings can make a big difference. When you accept your nervousness instead of ignoring it, you reduce the inner conflict. This alignment helps you to approach your interview with a clear and balanced mind, improving your chances of doing well. Now that you've admitted you're nervous, you don't have to avoid thinking about it anymore. You might wonder, how can admitting I'm nervous help? Won't that just make me more uncomfortable? Ignoring your nervousness is a problem. Each time you feel nervous, you have to remind yourself to ignore it, and doing that repeatedly is very tiring. By saying, I am nervous, you can see what changes you can make. When we say, I am, we recognize something. If I say, I am scared, it might make me more scared. Instead say, I am blocking this money because of a past trauma. I am overcoming this. I'm getting better at dealing with my past traumas and limits. Ignoring subconscious issues makes them keep asking for your attention. Becoming aware of these issues lets you choose how to deal with them, learn more about yourself and grow. What I'm saying is I often meet people who have money problems. They say positive affirmations, but they don't address the real issue. The real issue is that they were taught as kids that money is bad, or that making money is really hard. So, I recognize that my past teachings made me believe that making money is difficult. I overcome this by acknowledging these beliefs and talking about them. This process is different for everyone, and I suggest not treating these beliefs as fixed, but recognizing them. There are various ways to handle this. Start by acknowledging your limitations and deciding to let them go. By doing this, you will move closer to the future you want. For example, if you grew up hearing that money is evil, admit to yourself that this belief is holding you back. Then work on changing it by reminding yourself that money can be used for good things. If you believe making money is too hard, tell yourself that you can learn new ways to earn money. By facing these old beliefs, you free yourself from their control. This helps you create a mindset that attracts the financial future you desire. The key is to recognize and address your limiting beliefs rather than ignoring them or pretending they don't exist. This way you can transform your relationship with money and move towards a better financial situation. Imagine you see some money lying on a counter. You walk by it for 3 days straight. Each time you see it, you think about how dirty it must be and how many people have touched it before. This mindset makes it difficult to attract more money into your life. Now picture walking past a $100 bill. Instead of feeling excited, you think, wow, I must be really arrogant to have a $100 bill just lying around. These negative thoughts about money create a mental barrier that prevents you from bringing more money into your life. Imagine thinking about how $100 on the counter could be used to feed someone who is hungry tonight. This makes you feel like having that money just lying around means you're a bad person. Understanding this feeling is important. It shows how your thoughts and feelings about money can affect your life. If you believe that having extra money makes you a bad person, it becomes difficult to allow more money into your life. This negative energy can lead to always having just enough money to get by, like paying your bills at the last possible moment. You do this because you want to keep feeling like a good person. In other words, your belief that having extra money is wrong creates a barrier to abundance. You end up limiting yourself to only having enough money to meet your basic needs, so you can continue to feel morally good. Changing these negative beliefs about money can help you attract more of it into your life. Here's what usually happens. People often say, I didn't know I felt that way about money. When they finally understand their feelings, they can start making choices about how to change those habits. Many times, people realize that their thoughts about money come from someone else, like a parent or teacher from their past. These authority figures told them how they should feel about money, and those opinions stuck, even though they might not truly believe them. Discovering this can be a big revelation. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. It helps people see clearly and understand where their feelings come from. This understanding can be a powerful way to let go of those old, unhelpful beliefs and start forming new, healthier attitudes towards money. By recognizing that these feelings aren't really their own, people can release the negative thoughts and start to build a more positive relationship with money. This change can lead to better financial habits and more abundance in their lives. So, what makes a cause good? First, consider whether you are giving from a place of abundance or from guilt. Are you donating because you genuinely want to, or because someone in authority told you that you should? Reflect on your motivations for giving. To avoid feeling like you're wasting money, you need to make sure that your donation is something you can comfortably give. Ask yourself, can I give this money and not miss it? Can I donate without it affecting my own needs? It's important to ensure that your giving doesn't cause you stress or financial strain. By giving what you can easily afford, you can support causes you believe in without feeling like you're wasting money or resources. This way, you contribute positively and maintain a healthy financial balance in your own life. Sometimes, people believe it's right to help others without taking care of themselves first. We've never seen this work out well. It's important to support yourself first and then give from what you have extra. Whether it's time, energy, money, clothes, or anything else, when you give from your abundance, it becomes a true gift. If you give thinking, I might have a bit extra this month, but who knows what will happen later, or you feel guilty because you remember being poor, it doesn't go well. You might think, I'm not poor now, so I should give money to others because I feel bad for not being poor anymore. This kind of giving isn't healthy. Instead, make sure you are stable and secure first. When you have enough for yourself, you can give without worry or guilt. This way, your giving is genuine and comes from a place of abundance, making it more meaningful and sustainable. Think about a candle and its wax. You can share your flame, which represents your energy and light, but you should never give away your wax. The wax is what makes you who you are, and if you give it away, you lose part of yourself. As a candle, you can light many other candles with your flame, but you never give them your wax. We often see that you feel very tired and drained because you haven't valued your wax, your core needs. This includes your attention, rest, nourishment, peace, quiet, meditation, walking, dancing, or anything else that keeps you whole and happy. You've been giving away parts of these essential things to others because you thought, if they're happy, I'll be happy. Or, if they're happy, at least I won't be distracted by their needs. But this has only made you more drained and tired. To stay strong and healthy, you need to keep your wax for yourself. Make sure you take care of your own needs first. By doing this, you can continue to share your flame with others without losing who you are. Remember, you can help others best when you are whole and nourished yourself. Take a step back and set boundaries. Boundaries don't mean I don't love you anymore. They mean I need to love myself first so I have extra love to give. I can't give from an empty place. I have to give from a whole and healthy place. The first step is to set boundaries so that the people who have been taking your wax don't get any more. They might get upset and throw fits, calling you selfish or saying other hurtful things. But you don't have to deal with their anger. When you stop constantly trying to serve others and focus on taking care of yourself first, don't feel guilty. You're actually doing something very important. By taking care of yourself, you're able to offer something extraordinary. You can still share your flame, your light, and your energy. But now, you're doing it from a place of strength and abundance. This way, you can help others without losing yourself in the process. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup, so fill your own cup first. Imagine a lit candle. Its flame gives off light no matter where it is, whether it's hidden in a closet or placed on a windowsill. When you take good care of yourself, it's like putting the candle on the windowsill, where everyone driving by can see its light. You can share your flame, your energy and love with anyone, because the flame keeps burning even when you share it. But if you start giving away the candle's wax, which represents your core self and resources, the candle will eventually be used up and gone. Taking care of yourself means keeping your wax while sharing your flame. When you love yourself and prioritize your well-being, you can shine brightly for others without losing yourself. This way, you continue to have plenty of light to share. If you believe the only way to get money is through a paycheck, that's how it will come to you. But if you find a quarter on the ground, 10 cents in the laundry, or $1 blowing in the wind, don't think of it as small. Recognize it as money coming to you in unexpected ways. This helps open up the energetic pathways for money to flow to you in all kinds of ways. Repeat after me. I am in financial flow, and money comes to me in infinite ways. It's crucial to believe this fully. If you add thoughts like, but it doesn't pay my bills, it won't work. Keep it simple. I am in financial flow, and money comes to me in infinite ways. Full stop. Then see what thoughts and feelings come up for you. You might find yourself thinking, this feels like a lie, or I don't believe this has happened, or people like me don't experience this. It's important to speak out these doubts when they come up. Acknowledge the resistance you feel when you say the affirmation. Once you recognize the blocks and start to understand them, it's time to strengthen your vision for attracting money. Here are 3 simple steps to help you do that. Follow these steps, and you will find success. 1. Acknowledge doubts. Whenever you feel tempted to doubt the affirmation, say those doubts out loud. This helps you understand and address the resistance you're feeling. 2. Analyze blocks. Pay attention to the specific doubts and fears that come up. Understanding these blocks is the first step to overcoming them. 3. Visualize success. Focus on your vision of financial success. Imagine money coming to you in various ways. The clearer and more positive your vision, the stronger your ability to attract money will be. First, imagine clearly what it would be like to be wealthy. Picture the life you want, with all the details of what prosperity means to you. This means thinking about the kind of house you want to live in, the car you want to drive, the vacations you want to take, and the freedom to do what you love without worrying about money. Next, feel truly excited about these dreams. This isn't just about thinking, it's about feeling the joy and excitement as if your financial dreams are already happening. Let yourself feel the thrill of living in that beautiful house, driving that dream car, or going on those amazing vacations. This genuine excitement can motivate you and keep you inspired. Then, take real, practical steps to make your dreams come true. It's not enough to just imagine and feel excited. You need to take action. This could be saving money, investing wisely, starting a new business, or learning new skills. Whatever steps are necessary to bring you closer to your goals, start doing them. It's important to involve your heart, mind, and gut in this process. Your heart brings passion and excitement. Your mind helps you plan and strategize. Your gut gives you the courage to take risks and the intuition to make the right decisions. When these three parts of you work together equally, you become much more effective. It's easy to see when someone is not aligned this way. You might notice someone chasing after a goal half-heartedly. Their heart isn't really in it, or they haven't fully committed to their dreams. Sometimes we even fool ourselves thinking we are dedicated when we aren't fully invested. To successfully bring energy and excitement into our financial lives, we first need to understand ourselves deeply. This means being clear about what we truly want, feeling emotionally connected to our goals, and being ready to put in the necessary work. When our thoughts, feelings, and actions are all aligned, we gain a clear understanding of what is truly possible for us to achieve. Knowing ourselves involves several key steps. First, we need to think carefully about our goals and desires. What do we really want to achieve? Next, we need to check in with our emotions. Do we feel passionate and enthusiastic about these goals? Finally, we need to assess our readiness to act. Are we willing to put in the time, effort, and energy needed to reach our dreams? When our mind is fully focused, our heart is fully engaged, and our body is fully committed, we create a powerful combination that drives us towards success. In other words, when we are 100% sure, intellectually, emotionally, and physically, that we are dedicated to our dreams, we can believe in our ability to achieve them. By knowing and aligning these aspects of ourselves, we set the stage for making our dreams a reality. Another important aspect of attracting money based on our discussion about energy is concentration. Concentration means focusing all your scattered thoughts and efforts into a single, strong point, similar to how diffused light can be focused into a powerful laser beam. This focused concentration is very powerful. When we concentrate our minds with a clear purpose, we are well on our way to developing a strong will. The power of will is not just about what a person thinks, but more about what they want to make happen. It's about turning thoughts into actions with determination. To attract prosperity, focus on it with a calm mind, free from distractions. Keep your goal of prosperity clear and sharp in your mind. Concentration on this goal, with clarity and calmness, is essential. When you concentrate like this, it seems to unlock the key to success. So focus on building wealth. I don't hear people talk enough about focus. These days it's easy to get distracted by our phones, TVs, and all the things we have to do. Clear your mind of distractions and concentrate on the wealth you want to create. Focus on one thing at a time and get absorbed in that thought. Amazing things will start to happen. Concentration seems to be a powerful way to boost your energy. If you focus on money, good things will happen. Focus, and it will attract the money you need. Picture yourself being wealthy and concentrate on that image. Be honest with yourself about how real it feels and how much you're focusing. Keep concentrating on it. When you truly focus on your vision, you'll feel excited about making your financial dreams come true. Concentrate on that excitement. Then take real action to make your dream come true. Another way to attract money is by using affirmations. Affirmations are a simple yet effective way to overcome your fears and doubts. They are positive statements that replace the negative thoughts that can destroy your hopes and dreams for financial success. Our inner self-talk can kill our dreams, but we can fight this negativity by creating affirmations that target our personal weak spots. My favorite affirmation is, "I am so happy and grateful now. Large amounts of money come to me easily and quickly from multiple sources all the time. I get to keep, give, spend, invest, and share it joyfully for everyone's best interest and with everyone's free will. This affirmation covers how I receive, spend, and manage money. There are many great affirmations, and I've tried using a lot of them. I use these affirmations in sleep meditations and other meditations, and I suggest you try them and find what works for you. The key is to find what works best for you. Another thing you can use is feng shui. This ancient Chinese system focuses on balancing energies and organizing physical spaces. Start by choosing a symbol that represents your prosperity and financial success. Place this picture, statue, piece of artwork, or other meaningful object in the southeast corner of a room. This visual reminder assures your subconscious mind that your finances are secure. Another great tool is a gratitude prosperity journal. Write down what you're grateful for each month, along with your dreams and daydreams, like places you want to visit, people you want to meet, and things you want to do. This helps you connect what matters most to you with what's happening in your life. I've had amazing success with these journals, finding that everything I write down comes true as I feel more positive about making my dreams a reality. It's easy, effortless, and wonderful. In this audiobook, I've shared different ways to attract money by understanding that money is energy. I've also talked about how to change your mindset and remove any mental blocks you might have about money. I'll focus my thoughts and energy to help everyone listening find prosperity, freeing you to grow spiritually and become more conscious so you can help others. I truly believe this will happen. You need to take care of yourself, and that's what I'm aiming for with this. I'm not encouraging any unhealthy obsession with money. I want you to find your wealth because with more wealth, you can help others more. I believe in you, and I know it's going to happen. I can't wait to see how wealthy you become. Please share in the comments if you want to imagine any level of wealth. Let's talk about it there. Let me help you imagine it, and I ask everyone listening to do the same. If someone wants a new mansion, a new car, or anything else, let's imagine that together. Thank you for listening.